Hi and welcome back to my channel. Inktober is just around the corner. What is Inktober? Well, for the uninitiated, it is a challenge that was developed in 2009 by illustrator Jake Parker. It's simply a way to help you develop awesome drawing habits. In other words, it just helps you draw every day. If you go to the official Inktober website, inktober.com, you'll see there is a set of rules. Number 1, make a drawing in ink. Pretty simple, inktober.com, that tracks. Number 2, post it. Number 3, hashtag. Number 4, repeat for every single day in October, from day 1 to day 31. Yeah, it's pretty simple, or so you think. The challenge really is to draw every day. It doesn't have to be this amazing masterpiece. It's just to get you to go on a piece of paper and get into the habit. Last year was the first time I did it, and I was really excited that I actually finished it. So I wanted to take you on my sketchbook tour from last year, last Inktober. So let's just get into it. I started with a fresh new sketchbook. What better way to start a new challenge than to use a brand new sketchbook? So here we go. I wanted to get into it, so I kind of got new pens, and I really wanted to get excited about it, so I made a little cover page for the sketchbook. And I picked a theme, which I hear is a good tip for staying on track with Inktober, is to find a theme. And I already picked a theme for this year, and I will share it with you after this video. So last year I called it Daily NOMS, basically food, what I was eating every day. Number 1, October 1st, was a nice falafel bowl. Oh my gosh, Mediterranean is my favorite. So I basically have this once every couple weeks. So there you go. There's the falafel. There is the red radish and a red cabbage and chickpeas, and yeah, so there you go. Day 2, my favorite breakfast, tofu scramble with hash browns and Cholula. I'm still eating that on the daily most days. I've been mixing it up with some avocado toast. You know, gotta remind myself that I'm a millennial. Day 3. You know what's funny about this book, this whole sketchbook, is that when I look at these drawings, I remember exactly what I was feeling, how the day was going that day. So it's pretty incredible that, like, seeing something tactile that you did just brings you back. It's like a time machine of sorts. It's really fascinating. I do a lot of digital art every day, so I don't really get to put pen to paper in just a creative way for myself. So I really appreciated Inktober and what that did for me last year. So anyways, this Larabar, it was on the plane on my way to Orlando with my family, so I'm already getting some really nice vibes and memories just by looking at this. Oh, you know what? Let me show you my tools for this entire Inktober. My favorite Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pens. I really like this set because it gives you a wide variety of colors without it being, like, too overwhelming. So there you go, Amazon. So yes, I drew this on the plane, and I was like, oh shoot, I knew I wasn't going to, you know, with the whirlwind of going to Disney, who's going to remember to draw something later, so I figured, okay, I'll just do this Larabar really quick on the plane. I think that's what I really appreciated with this Inktober challenge, is that it really gets you in the habit. You have to find a time to draw. So, you know, everybody's busy, so if you could put in some time. Oh, day 4. Yes, a Mickey pretzel. Look, how fun. I had so much fun drawing this. Oh, you know what? I probably have to tell you my parameters for this particular theme. I would take a picture of my food before I ate it, and then I would draw later in the day. I wouldn't draw it right before I ate the food. Otherwise, I would just be sitting there and my food would get cold, and also everyone else would be done eating before me. And also, I can't draw that fast, so I figured taking a picture will be easy for reference later, and then I would draw later. Yum. I could taste the salt, those big salt chunks in my mouth from the Mickey pretzel. Oh, mouth watering. Love it, love it. And this, October 5th, blood orange jalapeno margarita from a restaurant. We went to Disney Springs, I think, for our first family dinner there, and I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but yeah, I thought my margarita was very pretty, and I took a picture of it, and I thought it'd be interesting to draw with the complementary colors of the red liquid and then the green jalapeno garnish. So there you go. And it's always really fun drawing ice. Look at that. Refreshing. I could use a margarita right now. I don't know about you guys. Ooh! October 6th, Cafe Tutu Tango's Fire Roasted Vegetables. This was a lot of fun. This was delicious, too. I'm just such a sucker for anything that is served in the pan that it was made in. So these are what these vegetables were all about. Oh my gosh, if you get a chance to go to Orlando, if you're not already from Orlando, I highly recommend Cafe Tutu Tango. It's a place for artists all over the walls. They have art hanging up from local artists, and they usually have a local artist there who's selling their pieces or even doing art right there on the spot. So it's pretty cool. And they have a delicious menu, as you can see from these amazing fire roasted vegetables. And this background, I didn't just make up the background. This was actually the tabletop from one of their tables. So pretty fun, right? It kind of, you know what? This photo right here is kind of a good snapshot of what the actual restaurant is like. Cafe Tutu Tango. Go check them out. October 7th, Tofu Rice Bowl. This brings me back. We love going to the outlet mall. So as a family, we went to the Orlando Outlet Mall, and this was during lunch. So this was like during, this was from the cafeteria, the cafeteria in there, as you can tell from the orange tray, and they had a delicious tofu rice bowl. I don't know if you want me to talk more about the actual technique, but I would draw in pencil first, like lightly sketch it in with a pencil, and then I would, I think I inked it, and then I colored it in, because the Pitt pens are great. That's what I love about the Pitt artist pens. They don't really bleed, so it's pretty great to work with. Not sponsored, although I don't mind if you sponsor me, Faber-Castell. All right, we better get going. We have a whole month to go. October 8th. Oh, this is really fun. For one night, my husband and I we went back to Disney Springs, and there they have this luxury bowling alley called Splitsville, and we got a couple of awesome, I'm just such a sucker for like those classic diner mugs, so we got two, one in mint color and then one in red. This is the mug, and I drew this the next morning having coffee in it. It's really fun. The more I'm noticing, the more I'm getting into these, I start off, I'm already noticing a progression of improvement just from drawing every day. I could feel myself getting faster. I could feel myself picking up on colors quicker. The thing that's cool about using just really staring at something, drawing something from observation, is that, like, say this mug, you initially think it's green, just green, right? But then if you keep looking at it, you'll notice other colors, like, you know, a lighter lime, and then it's a little dark here with the shadows. So you just really start to see a depth of colors. So that's what it's just really interesting what happens when you draw from life or from a photo reference. Oh my gosh, yes! On October 9th, we went to Moe's Tavern in Universal Studios. If you haven't been, you must go. It's so fun. It really is like you stepped into Moe's Tavern, and they do sell beer there, and since we were there on October 9th, they had their Oktoberfest on tap, but they called it Dufftoberfest. Ha ha ha. And you know what? I know it's not too exciting, but it was really about the experience, and the experience was really about going to Moe's Tavern and drinking at Dufftoberfest and being able to draw it and then remember it while drawing it. And again, more of those colors. If you just look at it initially, the beer, you'll think it's just brown or this amber color, but then you start picking up on other subtle colors. Ah! Oh, you know what? This is from Blaze, which means that we went back home. We went to Blaze Pizza, which is, got some delicious pizza. I don't know if you guys have been, so, or if you have a Blaze near you. Delicious. I always get the veg out. I really like this one. I can really see myself getting into a groove here. I think, 10 days in, I'm already seeing some positive results coming from drawing every day. October 11th. Tofu curry and rice. Yes, this is a favorite recipe of mine and my husband's to cook every few weeks or so. It's making me hungry. Alright, let's move on. Ooh, I think we decided to eat like kids this day. Tenders, tots, and onion rings. It has all the delicious things that you can have in a meal, all the brown foods. What I found challenging here was getting depth from a bunch of foods that were just brown. So I really picked out the speckles from the chicken tenders and then some of the orange tones from the golden tots. And then the onion rings, oh, I'm really liking how these turned out. And I also like, you'll see I'm playing here with complementary colors because we're getting a bit of an orange tint from the food, contrasted by the light, cool blue used in the color in the plate. Yum. I could use some tots and tenders and onion rings right now. Ooh, this cookie turned out so good! I'm really excited about this cookie. Alright, October 13th, I'm really hitting the stride here with this chocolate chip cookie. I think I was trying to take it easy on myself this day by just drawing a cookie instead of a whole meal. I did have it as a snack. And then this is an actual plate that we have, that background there, so that's what I drew it, that I took a picture and that's what I drew it on. Look at that. You know, it really helps to leave little white peeking through from your paper to have those highlights, but yeah, so we got a jaggedy chocolate chip cookie here. It's like, yeah, making me hungry. This whole thing, I'm really sorry if you're getting hungry like I am right now. Ooh. Oh, a veggie wrap. Okay. You know what? I think this one was a little more challenging than I thought it was going to be when I first started. I gave myself a little bit of a challenge with the composition of the food. So I'd sliced the veggie wrap and then I stacked it just to make it interesting. And I do appreciate that, but I think I was having trouble with like the proportions for some reason. But it turned out, you could see it's a wrap. It's like you can just pick it up. It's veggie-licious, wrap-alicious. October 15th, near halfway there. Oh, homemade cinnamon rolls, yum! Yes, okay, right. My husband wanted to make homemade cinnamon rolls from scratch, so he decided to do that, and I wanted to draw. I couldn't let the day pass and not draw these awesome cinnamon rolls, and he also made the glaze that goes on top of it, so you'll see a little bit of the highlights from that. And I think the challenge here is that, again, like picking out depth from something that just looks brown initially, you know, so really finding those different colors, the highlights, to really give it some appetite appeal. I think that's what eventually I wanted to do with each of these pieces. Alright, we better move on before I start drooling on the sketchbook. Oh, yeah, you know what? I could tell that I was trying to take it easy on myself by drawing this after doing that. So next day was simply a blue cocktail. I think the main ingredient here is the blue curacao, as you can tell from the color. And again, we're picking out some depth here, so I didn't totally slack off, right? And again, it's about the habit. It doesn't have to be perfect. Ooh, this one was a fun one to do. Berries and almond butter on toast. Ooh, I have to remember to eat that again. Throw that back on the rotation there. Oh, you know, as you can see, I would experiment with colors on the other page because I did kind of think, what if I could save paper by having, you know, food back to back, but I thought it would be great for each of the pieces to really dazzle on their own by having their own pages. So I think the tricky thing here was leaving the highlights on each of the berries to give them depth. And also, it's really tricky drawing those little doohickeys. What do you call those? The little nodules that make up the berries, the raspberries and the blackberries. Yum. Again, now it's just making me hungry. All right. October 18th, matcha bowl with oats and berries. Oh, I was experimenting with matcha bowls around this time. I would throw make essentially like a smoothie, but then pour it in a bowl, and then I would eat it like soup. So this had like matcha tea and ice, and I think maybe some spinach, topped with oats and berries. And again, it's not just a flat green. I pulled out other greens just to give some texture to the matcha, since it's, you know, it's got some interesting texture there, interesting consistency. October 19th, ooh, Cooper's Hawk Bin 61 Sour. Ooh, if you have a Cooper's Hawk near you, this cocktail is so good if you're into something a little hard, some hard liquor there. And topped with the beautiful lemon garnish there. This was a fun one to do. I think I was having trouble with this one because the glass was so unusually shaped. So I wanted to get that proportion correct. And also I wanted to capture the shininess of the glass. So yeah, leaving the white through the paper is restraint is a tough thing to do sometimes, but it pays off. October 20th. Ah, yes, I was trying to give myself a little break by drawing a banana. But I'm glad that it was a little ripe, so it gave some interest to the banana and depth. So we got some spots there and a little touch of gold. Good banana. I mean, delicious. The drawing's good. It's okay. Ooh, this one I had a ton of fun with. I went to Ima, this beautiful restaurant in River North, Chicago, and they have Mediterranean food there, and they had a hummus platter with 3 different kinds of hummuses. Just hummus, I think, is what the plural is for hummus. And then I think it was topped with some kind of a beautiful, is that a beet of some kind? Yeah, so that was a fun one. I think I posted each of these on my Instagram, and I had tagged Ima on this photo, and I want to say that the chef had reposted it, which I was very excited about. The challenge for this particular one was the bowl, actually, because it was a flat matte bowl, but I wanted to give it some depth. I didn't want it to just be black, you know, so we got some grays in there. I think it looks, I'm really happy with this one. Yeah, I'm really hitting the stride here with drawing every day. I can already see a difference between this one, and if we just want to compare really quick to the very first drawing, yeah, you can already see a difference. I think the strokes here are a little messy, they're a little unsure. The strokes are a little more definite. Ooh, Vegan Cafe's jalapeno corn chowder. Ooh, this was delicious, and I don't know if it was as much fun to draw. I think I really wanted to get more depth from the chowder itself, and I don't know if I did this again. I don't know if I would outline the drizzle, because it looks more like it's some kind of pasta now, or a tapeworm. But yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of this that's not outlined. I think that works a little better. So yeah, if I was to do this again, I wouldn't outline the drizzle in dark pen. So I guess this is becoming a critique, even though I don't really mean it to be, but I'm giving you the tour, so here we go. This is what's happening. Oh, Diet Cheesy Mac. This was an easy dinner day. We just made mac and cheese. This was a day where I just needed to get it in, you know, get it done. So I just drew the mac and cheese, threw the color on there. You know what? There is a challenge in this though, because mac and cheese, it's very cheesy, it's very shiny, so you have to make sure to leave the white spots in the right places. So again, as with all of these, sometimes I go in thinking it's going to be super simple and fast, and then it takes a little bit longer than I think. I think on average each of these took about an hour to an hour and a half. So it is a bit of a time commitment, but then again, it's up to you how much time you want to put in these. The point, again, is to just be drawing every day. Ooh, this one was fun to drink. Kite Hill Almond Milk Drinkable Yogurt in Summer Berry Flavor. This is what I was drinking on October 24th, I guess. I think I put it in a Sam Adams glass to give it a little more interest. That one was fun to do. I really love this detail right here. Super fun. We're almost done, you guys. Whoa! October 25th, a Sloppy Jane. Yep, Sloppy Jane. We make something called a Sloppy Jane. It's out of, I'll link the cookbook down below, but it's pretty good. It's a favorite of my husband's, so we do make it quite often, and I thought it'd be fun to draw this one. I had a lot of fun with the bun. I had fun with the bun. Huh. And then the plate. Always fun. I love that we have these little blue accent plates just to give a little bit more interest to the food. You know, a lot of food is brown and orange. At least, as my friend Nicole says, the good foods are brown. So it's really cool to contrast that with the blue for the background there. And more color testing here, as you can see. October 26th, what is it? Ooh, Ben & Jerry's Coffee Caramel Fudge and Coconut 7-layer bar. Oh, this one's so good. You guys, if you have not had this flavor yet, you gotta go out there. You gotta get it. It's so good. I mean, every time, you know, Ben & Jerry's, they come in those tiny jars. I'm so tempted to just eat the whole thing every time I start eating it. It takes a lot of restraint not to just polish off the whole thing. Now I'm having flashbacks to college. Ugh. Yeah. I spent a lot of my time just like in the dorms, like holed up eating Ben & Jerry's while watching Trading Spaces. That's what I think of when I think of at my short stint at Northern Illinois University. Shout out to Huskies. Go Huskies! Alright. We're done reminiscing there. October 27th. Mod Pizza. Mod. Ooh, it's kind of like the Blaze Pizza competition, but I guess Blaze here won because Mod is now closed near where I live, so. You were yummy while you lasted, Mod. So pretty standard personal pizza there. A lot of texture, very cheesy, very tomatoey. Yum. Ooh, this one was so much fun. October 28th, almost Halloween time. So this, oh right, we actually made this. Yes, it's a quinoa stuffed jack-o'-lantern pepper. So you take an orange pepper, you slice off the top, and then you carve the little jack-o'-lantern eyes and mouth, and then you fill it with quinoa. Pretty cute little recipe, right? This was a lot of fun to do, seriously. Oh my gosh, you guys. Halloween's almost here! Whoa! Alright. October 29th, we're almost done. Look at this little thing. I was really phoning it in here. Just kidding. Just kidding. Mini chicken and waffles. Oh my gosh. You know what we were doing? I think we were binging Stranger Things. So we were into this waffle. Yeah, we were in a waffle mood because of 11. And so we thought, oh, let's make mini chicken and waffles. So that's what we did. We took those chicken tenders that we made before, and then we baked them, and then we put them on top of these little mini waffles, and I think that is maybe a dab of hot sauce with the toothpick put in there. So there you go. There's like a nice party appetizer snack idea for you. Mini chicken and waffles. If you have a Stranger Things viewing party. I think the next one's coming out in 2019, right? Oh, a whole year. It's alright. We'll be ready for them again by the time it rolls around. We're almost done, you guys! October 30th! We're continuing on the waffle train. Yes, Stranger Things cocktail. The 11. Let's see. Oh my gosh, what What was the recipe for this? I'll ask my husband and put the recipe for this cocktail down below, but believe you me, it is delicious. And it was a lot of fun to draw. I think the challenge here was capturing the reflection up here on the rim, and then of course the texture of the waffle. And that's what I like about this piece, because the texture of the waffle contrasted with the very smooth liquid and the glass. And of course the challenge with glass is capturing all the different reflections there, so because it picks up on the environment. So there you go. More of the oh, blue and the orange, the complementary colors, loving it. Are we ready for the last one, October 31st? Ah! A pineapple upside down cake. Yummy! I think this was a fine one to go out on. A lot of texture there, a lot of depth, a little bit of depth, and topped off with a nice, cute little raspberry. And there you go. There's my Inktober for you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this sketchbook tour. Tips for Inktober. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I did, like I said, I spent an hour and a half. I think the trick is to find one time. If you find a consistent time to do the sketches in, to do your drawings in, you can do it. Also, I went full on color. You don't have to do that. If you look up the hashtag Inktober on Instagram, you will see great art from so many artists all around the world, and you'll see a variety of different pieces that are in black and white and color and everything in between, and different mediums also. It doesn't have to just be ink. To sum up, my 3 tips would be to pick a theme. If you stick with a theme, that'll help you stay focused. Number 2, draw at the same time every day, or just about the same time, getting into that habit, into that consistency, just like how you brush your teeth at the same time every day, right? So that ensures that you do it every day, or hopefully you do it every day. And then number 3, keep yourself accountable somehow. And number 4, be easy on yourself too, you know? It's okay. Yes, so I promised to tell you what my theme would be this year, and it's going to be flowers or floral, you know? I know it's nothing crazy groundbreaking, but I think that led to my success last year, is because I picked something that's going to be super easy and accessible for me to do. And I don't have to create something from scratch. I will actually have some kind of reference that I could just take a picture of it and then draw it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go visit my local florist, and I'm going to take a bunch of photos, and then I'm going to draw one flower every day. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and oh my gosh, if you plan on doing Inktober, let me know, comment down below. I want to, like, maybe we could have some kind of a support group or something, and we can share our drawings together. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, and happy drawing!